Anyway,
You know what else has been working? Call of Duty. Every single year, at every single fall time, they come out with a brand new game.
Yes.
And Lou, what are your thoughts on this year's Call of Duty, which they say they've been working on for the past 4 years?
Yeah, so if you don't know, you've been living under a rock. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is set to release in October, and they had their COD Next recently, and over 260 creators were invited, and they got to try out the multiplayer, zombies, and new Warzone. The one thing that I remember when Chris and we watched the Xbox showcase, they had given us an opportunity to look at the new movement, and the Omni movement was something that we've never seen before in Call of Duty. We've seen it in other games.
Yeah, like Max Payne.
Max Payne is one of them, and what is it? Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah. So we've seen that kind of move, but nothing in Call of Duty before. So this changes the game a little bit. And people were saying that after playing it, it's gonna be a very large skill gap. I don't know. I'm excited for it because we're getting something fresh. And I don't really play multiplayer that much, but for whatever reason, after watching them test out on COD Next, I really want to play multiplayer now. That's how I think we all got into Call of Duty. It was just multiplayer. Warzone is still new. It's going to be 5 years in spring next year, and they're going to be bringing Verdansk back, which got us all into Battle Royale Warzone. But the one thing people keep saying is Warzone saved, and I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think it will ever be saved because I don't think it's ever gonna be the way it was. They did bring back the emotes. They did bring back the spray cans. That's something that was in the original Call of Duty. The movement is really different. So I don't know if that changes anything for me. Today, Chris and I were filming this on Friday. You're seeing this on Monday. The beta is open. It's a closed beta for about 4 days, and Chris and I are gonna be trying it and seeing what's the hype all about. So I'm excited for it because it is different. They have Treyarch behind them. I love Treyarch games. I did like Cold War Black Ops. But yeah, I'm excited. What about you, Chris? I know you gave up on Call of Duty, but does this change anything for you?
I think it could be. It's always fun. Call of Duty's Call of Duty, right? Mm-hmm. And I enjoy Call of Duty to an extent.
Yeah.
The whole save Warzone thing, the only issue I have with that is people got to remember Warzone came out at a completely different time of the world.
Yeah.
It was COVID time.
Yeah. Everyone was inside.
We were all home. We all needed some kind of an escape. And Warzone just dropped at the right time.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of issues with Warzone still.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a perfect game. It's just the experience that we had. I don't think we're ever going to have that experience again, unfortunately, right?
Sad.
It's the same thing with Fortnite, right? When Fortnite
Fortnite was big too, yeah.
It was a completely different experience as it is now. Granted, they keep changing stuff up, and Fortnite's doing a good job.
They're the best collaborator,
I think,
of all time.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think the only one that beats them is Dead by Daylight somehow. Dead by Daylight got a collab with literally
that's true.
every single, I don't know how they do it, where they're getting their money from, whatever.
Yeah.
But Call of Duty does a good job with collabs as well. I think their events suck for the most part. They maybe had like one good event in the past couple years.
Yeah.
And it sucks for them because they're always, to me, in a lose-lose situation, right? They try something new, people don't like it. Like I saw people complaining about the zombies already because they added shield plating to zombies. They're like, why are they making it like Warzone? It's supposed to be round-based. And it's just like, bro, what do you want them to do? If you want the same old stuff, you can go back and play it. It's available to you to play. Okay? It's available. Go and play it then. If you don't want them to try new things and try to figure stuff out, they're in a lose-lose. They can't really do anything about it. But I am happy that the game is going to be on Game Pass for me. So
that's a big deal. Well, because now, Xbox, Microsoft, they own Activision. So it's no more PlayStation exclusives.
That's how I got the freaking beta.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, it's connected to an old account, but that's okay. That's a different story. I get to play it for what I already paid for.
Yeah.
And I already play a bunch of Game Pass games. Lou knows this because Game Pass has a bunch of indie stuff on there. But Call of Duty's Call of Duty. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, then don't play it. You don't have to. It's not something you have to buy. It's not something you have to play. I really only play it because you play it. You know what I'm saying? And you're my friend.
Aww.
And I like playing games with my friend, unfortunately.
That is
so
sweet.
you know, that's it, bro. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think you mentioned something about the zombie stuff. I was just like thinking about that too. They did bring back round-based zombies. If you think about the last iterations of zombies, right now we have something that's like DMZ zombies. It's okay, but it's not like the traditional round-based zombies. And then Black Ops Cold War had like a open world kind of zombies, but it wasn't round-based. So bringing back round-based zombies, you will expect that you're going to get that kind of gameplay that you're used to from Black Ops 3 to 1 World at War. Those kind of where there's no shields, there's no health meter, and it's a little bit smaller, and you kind of like, you start off and there's doors you got to open up to move. This one, you're just out in the open and things happen. I get it. I respect it, but I do want the OG ones. I know you say you could go back and play, but I don't know. Not everybody has the old games. You want to play the new games with your friends that everyone has now. Trying to get you back on Black Ops 3 is hard.
If you have Game Pass, they're all available to you.
Yeah,
they're all available to you.
Is it crossplay still? Like, being that it's on Game Pass?
I don't know. That we would have to look into, but I'm pretty sure all the Call of Duties are now on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So like,
shout out to Activision, you know, being bought out for $7 billion or whatever it was.
Shout out Xbox, you feel me?
Yeah. Microsoft is doing their thing, but they're not really doing their thing because it's not really games. I mean, the showcase was great, but I mean, the highlight right now is Call of Duty. This is their big first time under the umbrella of Microsoft. And I think this is a great title to start it off with Black Ops 6. So I'm excited for that. And then we have the new Warzone map, which is kind of resemblance of Rebirth Island. It's only up to 45 players. Some people are not excited about it because they want big maps. They did promise us Verdansk in spring next year, but the big map hasn't gotten any love. And I think the reason for that, Chris, and you may agree with me, is that people have gotten accustomed to the faster paced play of games on Warzone. They're tired of the long plays.
I think for most people, or at least for the developer team, they see the popularity of what Rebirth is because Rebirth feels more like Call of Duty. I've always said anything resurgence wise is literally just team deathmatch. Yeah. With a circle. That's it. That's what resurgence is to me. So it's a faster pace, it's fun, you get to die more. Whereas Battle Royale, you got your death, you got the gulag. If you lose that, you got to get bought back. GG's, have fun. So I think they see the popularity of the resurgence. That's why they keep focusing on resurgence maps.
Yeah, and they put the rank play there too, and people were upset about that.
You know what I'm saying? So like they see that that's what a lot of people love playing. Granted, I know a lot of like the bigger streamers still enjoy the big map. Yeah, and they want the big map to keep changing and evolving, kind of how they were doing with Verdansk. And I think that's what people miss. Verdansk. Or not even just Verdansk. What's the other one? Caldera was evolving. At the end of the Caldera days, the map was good.
Yeah, I would agree.
At the end of so why are they neglecting that? They can do both.
Yeah, and no floating loot. I've been saying this for years now. Yeah. Can we stop having the loot be on the floor? It's so annoying. They got rid of the backpack system, also too with the Warzone. So you're just having your satchel. And I think these are pluses. They're trying to make it new and fresh by bringing old things back, but a different iteration of it. But man,
just bring it back.
I would say the Modern Warfare 2 Warzone was bad. Like, that was disgusting. They fixed it with Modern Warfare 3.
Was such a waste. What a waste of time.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 Warzone was a lot better, big improvement, more movement, a less clunkiness. But I think until we get our hands on it, man, this may be another upgrade, but it will never be what it was. Yeah, it will never.
You're never gonna get that same feel again.
Yeah, unless we have another pandemic.
Not only because of that, but when Warzone first came out, nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah, it was new to everybody. It was fresh.
There was no metas. Yeah. There was no nothing. Yeah. It was just choose the gun you like and play. Yeah. I used to run with a P90 and an M4, bro.
You're right.
It was fun.
And it was 5 attachments. Now they're gonna be 8 attachments. What? Come on, just give me 5. Now it's like
if you don't have a meta, guess what? Good luck, bum.
Yeah.
You're gonna get smoked every time. You know what I'm saying? So,
and there's a lot of accounts that benefit off that now because that's all they do. They make YouTube videos and websites. Yeah, I mean, I use it too because you have to.
You have no choice at this point.
You can't just use whatever you think looks good.
Everybody don't work like that. Demon, a movement demon. They're going crazy. Listen, man.
Yeah,
it all changed. It's the same thing that happened with Fortnite. Yeah, everything changes. The player base changes, which is what ruins these games. You know, so that's pretty much it.